Hey troops, it's Roy from the Geeks Adventures. Woohoo! Broadcasting from the Green Couch in the Clintonville section of Columbus, Ohio. Okay, in many ways, this is going to be one of the most boring things I'm going to be posting, but also one of the most important. The way this was going to start was I was going to little thing about how Warner Brothers okay, you know me. I've been joking about the dumpster fire, which is Warner Brothers DC and blah 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 for a while. And at first, this entire thing I was going to do was going to be kind of the running joke about the whole thing, and the fact that it's a scary sign when the Robert Pattinson announcement is suddenly not the most nightmarish, freaky thing for Warner Brothers to do with their DC properties. And actually, the ironic thing is that you got, of course, the initial backlash of, what are you guys doing? This is insane. Led to a counter backlash of, will y'all calm down and shut the hell up? Good grief. We don't know for sure if it could work. Ben Affleck worked. So calm down, mofo. Go petition about Game of Thrones or something. And from there, they did the announcement for the next Wonder Woman movie, which was very cool. Thank you, Patty Jenkins and Gal Gadot and all you guys, because if it weren't for you, it would have been a hellish week for Warner Brothers DC, because it all went to hell from there. God, it got kind of worse. So first, Swamp Thing. The previews look creepy. James Wan producing. Yeah! Gets canceled after one episode, to which everyone went, what? And things get weird from there. Because word from Warner Brothers is, we got screwed over by the state. By I don't remember if it's North or South Carolina. Sorry, I forget. They said they were going to give us more of a tax break. So, to which representatives from that side went, y'all knew full well how much money you're getting. Okay. Following that, word that, DC Universe has their streaming service with 5 tons of content on it, which is where also Doom Patrol and Titans are is being shown. Both got renewed for a second season. I know lots of people actually liked both of them, or at least were like, continuing the tradition of DC Warner Brothers, at least not totally screwing up everything they touch. And then all of a sudden now we're reevaluating. Yeah, just the word you want to hear. I don't remember when this happened, but AT&T has bought Warner Brothers. So it's like, reevaluate. Huh. Uh-huh. You know what that means to white-collar grunts like me? You're doomed. And as if all that wasn't bad enough, DC drops another bomb and says, yeah, Vertigo, the stuff y'all loved, yeah. I was there when Vertigo bloomed, at first. Yes, I'm one of those old guys. Yes, nostalgia is kind of there bubbling in the background. Hellblazer, Neil Gaiman's Sandman. As time passed, the ton of stuff they came out with. Y: The Last Man, 100 Bullets. If it weren't for Vertigo, between Vertigo and Image Comics, the publisher, there would not be The Walking Dead. There would not be so many things that help the industry grow. And the disturbing thing is now this is I forget which online outlet brought this up, because it's like, okay, are you guys losing money? If you're losing money, then it sucks, but apparently this kind of goes along with the DC Universe thing, where in some ways, in that I guess the suits at Warner Brothers didn't like a lot of actually I think all, if not almost, or at least a lot of the properties that are published through Vertigo are creator owned, to which the suits at Warner Brothers, and it sounds like because due to intervention from on high, AT&T going, we don't smell enough green, there's not enough cha-ching. They looked at what they could get and went, it ain't worth it. Ouch. Came in Sandman, Hellblazer. You couldn't make enough money from it, so you decided to cut the cord. Wow. Okay. The creepiest thing, I found this, I'm on Facebook, you got 5 tons coming through from all over the place. Deadline was at it's a conference called Produced By. Now you're going, what the heck is this? Is it like Comic-Con? Is it? No, this is one of those business junkets where it sounds like, this is one of those places where it, like I said, really, really boring because you just talk about the business, fourth quarter, blah, 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 all that stuff that doesn't matter, except that this is where you find out the really creepy things going on. Apparently, two of the folks that had their own little, like, big interview thing in front of who knows how many other mega rich suits that were going, cha-ching, bonus money. Toby Emmerich and Peter Roth. They're two of the new head honchos at Warner Brothers. Talking up a storm, and one of the things they were talking about was how, because AT&T currently owns them, wanting to emphasize streaming, all, stuff like that, yada, yada, yada. And it was, I always find these things interesting and kind of scary, because, okay. Yes, we're going to do the comparisons between Disney, because that's what happens. Because right now, the premier business model is Disney, period. All right. There is no, they're in it to make money. All right. Well, let's be honest. I constantly joke that Mickey Mouse is basically like Palpatine right now going, hey, we control the media in America. We control. Oh, sorry. Oh, I'm on Disney Junior now. You told me you weren't going to broadcast that. You're fired. I'm in so much trouble, probably. Someone at Disney probably looking at this stuff off and on going, yeah, real funny, chunky boy. But, as much as it does turn into this kind of creepy, disturbing, evil empire, there's also, though, still a sense of, look, we want to make stuff that's cool because, well, it makes us rich. And two, there's a sense of artistry, it's not, okay, a lot of it is cha-ching, 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 but you want to put out good stuff, all right? There is a little bit of that artistic integrity somewhere buried under Scrooge McDuck's giant pile of gold, okay? Unfortunately, and I'm reading that now. The bad news is, yes, this is off of an interview that was published online, so there's no context, yada yada yada. But I always get creeped out by these things because all I can do is, like, literally all I can see is just these, they're twirling their mustaches, going, we're going to control everything. We're going to make millions off of you. And I keep looking at the Disney properties and going, oh dear Lord. Does this actually mean anything? Actually, kind of does. There's this constant lip service at WB now. They're going to be creator controlled and blah 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 blah. That's what you tell people so they don't run screaming, telling their agents, tell Feige I'll make anything he wants. I don't care. So it makes it interesting right now. It's interesting times. I think we've all got really squirrely strong opinions about what's going on Warner Brothers DC, the DC properties, blah 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 blah. But this now, I could be wrong. I mean, I'm a geek. We overanalyze this stuff, you know. Hey, you know, if you took Wolverine and dipped into acid, what potency of acid would it take for him to? I actually heard that conversation once in a comic book shop, and I was wandering around the books, going, "I wonder what high level would it take for it to not keep up his healing factor." But we'll see. Like I said, this was boring. Okay, odds are you probably stopped listening to this about 4 minutes ago. The thing I do want to emphasize though is that this is important because in the long run, it's going to affect everything at least for Warner Bros. Actually, for a lot of folks, because now the question, everyone looks at the mouse and goes, this is how we want to do things and blah 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 blah. And looks at Warner Brothers and DC and just tries not to laugh too loudly because it's kind of mean. But on the flip side, it's like, okay, is this the future? Is this how things are going to be? What's the plan? As if things were kind of weird before with the DC properties. I mean, now it's kind of like, so what do you guys want to do now? Seriously, what do you want to do? Besides pad your bonus money, so you can say you made $30 million this year. And the sad thing is that for consumers, it's kind of weird. Like I said, there is no illusion. The mouse is in it for the money, a lot of it. But nonetheless, this whole thing kind of continue. It's funny how you have this change theoretically in the hierarchy at Warner Brothers, and yet you still get the feeling they're just grasping for straws. Why are you messing with DC Universe? People liked it, okay? People liked it, and now this is what you do. This whole thing with Swamp Thing. I mean, what happened? Did the dog eat your tax forms? I mean, really? I was gonna make a joke. When I had the original, before I saw this thing with the two suits from Warner Brothers popped up. I was gonna make a joke about how what the plan's gonna be is that Warner Brothers is gonna sell all the DC properties to Disney, and what DC's gonna do is they're gonna announce that Zack Snyder is directing a Batmite movie with Jason Statham in it as Batmite, and it's gonna win 14 Oscars. Now it's not so funny. Does it be? In the publishing industry, I mean, the good news is that the numbers from what I've seen off and on is that things are improving in the comic book industry. I mean, it's not the golden goose like it was in the 90s, but it's no longer a free fall. It's kind of, I think it'd be a better way to put it is it's reached a sense of equilibrium where, okay, it's steady now. Is AT&T looking at steady as, or what? And how does that affect all the properties and everything else? Wow, I just looked at the time. I babbled about this for a really long time. I'm really sorry because this is a boring topic in many ways. It's not about, they are going to be doing a Green Lantern Corps movie. Yeah. But like I said, on the other hand, unfortunately, it is really important. So we'll see what happens. I'm hoping I'm just being the umpteenth geek just whining about all this stuff and then it's all going to work out, Cross the appendages, right? Yeah, on the other hand, that's what we said about Justice League. Anyway, y'all take care. May the force be with you. It's with the mouse, that's for sure. May the odds be in your favor, and as always, be good to each other. Okay, peeps. Peace. Bye.